What's going on, guys? It's me, Juliana Fan 2016 here, and today we have the Edgy Bottles August 2024 releases for you guys. Super excited to get into another Edgy Bottles release set, and overall, I'm excited to see what NG has to offer for the month of August. They actually skipped out on July because I think June was like a really massive release set that they need to skip out July because of how big that release set was. So they decided to go for August, and here we are. It is July 24th of 2024. Just came back from work. I knew these releases would be coming out as soon as I was working on that day, and I had after work I had do this. So here we go. We are at the Edgy Balls website, and overall, let's see what they have to offer. So not gonna go too much into the hits and all that, but we have 3 AC19s, 3 AC30 for the predictions. Excuse me. So for the hits they released a couple of days ago, there were 3 AC19s, 3 AC30s, 5 AC5900s, 2 AC51,000s. I think there's a couple of 737s, but they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 737 800s, 3 737 900s. I'm trying to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 747-8s, and 2 777s 200. So that's it's still a massive release set. It's just kind of known for doing that kind of stuff. But regardless enough, just really super excited to see what Edgy has to offer for this month. So yeah. Well, other than that, we're gonna get started right away. So as soon as I uploaded the Edgy Balls website, the August 2024 releases are there. So here they are. So the Edgy Balls August 2024 offer. So super excited to get into this, and of course I want to get a sip of water because I'm gonna be talking a lot in this video. I want to try getting this recording in one go. So without being said, let's get started with the Edgy Bottles August 2024 releases. So without being said, let's get into our first bottle. So let's see what we have first. Here we go. So let's get started with, so we have a Cypress Airways Airbus AC19. So that's one of the predictions I was able to get. So as I load this up, and I'm currently at the airport right now because Wi-Fi here is kind of a little different. So here's a Cypress Airbus AC19. A really nice looking color. It does have a mismatched nose cone, so a wardrobe malfunction on its radome right there. So as you can see, it has a white nose cone, but the livery has a very nice kind of sky blue, and then you got a sea green type deal right there. But other than that, it's a really cool livery. It's not really Euro white, but it's really it's not actually Euro white at all. I think it's still a great livery. So that's the Cypress Airways Airbus AC19 with the wardrobe malfunction, which is the white nose cone, and that aircraft is registered 5 Bravo Delta Charlie X-ray. So that's one model that I was able to get right. But other than that, it's still a cool model for the European collectors, since Cyprus is somewhere around the Mediterranean Sea. It's somewhere in Europe. Alright, so now we move on. Next up we have another Cypress Airbus AC19. I think this is the full flavored livery, I think. Yep, it's in the full flavored livery, the livery. So you got a different varieties of the livery. So you might get one with a nose, a wardrobe malfunction, but you can also get this one in the full standard livery right there. So nothing really to there's not much changes. It's just the nose shape that's different, the nose cone that's different. So that aircraft is now registered 5 Bravo Delta Charlie Whiskey. So they actually had 2 Cypress AC19s. I think those are retired from the fleet now, or they might be still in operation. But yeah, so those are the Cypress AC19s, and I think we got a third AC19. So let's see what that third AC19 is. And that is, actually we're just gonna jump straight into the AC30s. So we have a Star Alliance of TAM. So the Star Alliance livery of the TAM Airbus A330-200. So let's take a look at that. And as you can see, here it is. So this is the typical Star Alliance. I'm surprised that the Star Alliance logo on the tail appears smaller, and then the angle on where the tail is, it's positioned really differently. So here it is, the Star Alliance AC30 from TAM. Later become LATAM after the merger of LAN and TAM. So here it is right there. Overall, a very nice livery, and then overall it should be nice for the South American collectors. So the aircraft is registered Papa Tango Mike Victor Mike. So that is the LATAM AC30. maybe we might get a regular one, I guess, but let's see. Actually, no, we do have a BMI or British Midland. I think British BMI, yeah. Something British Midland. BMI Airbus AC-3200, also with the Starlights livery. So as I pull this up, here it is. So it's kind of like the like just the regular Starlights livery, and then you got BMI, which I think it's British Midland International. I'm gonna have to look this up. I had to look this up. British Midland, yes, I was correct. British Midland International. So that's what BMI means. So here's their AC-3200 offer in the Starlights livery, and overall it should be a nice model. No, hang on, guys. Kind of like having a, I don't know, like kind of feeling a little bit of like a congestion. So I do apologize if I like had to pause it for a little bit. But the Starlights logo appears to be higher up compared to the one with the TAM. So I'm not sure if it's actually like that or that's how they want to like place it, but there it is. So that aircraft is registered Golf Whiskey Bravo Delta. So those are your two Starlights for both TAM and BMI. Next up, let's see if we have another AC-30, because there's 3 AC-30s. So let's see what we have next. Next up, okay, so we got some more AC-30s. Like this is like a Starlight like light up of Airbus AC-30s, because now we have an Avianca AC-30 200, and of course the Starlights livery. This is the Colombian variant. So overall, this is like same song third verse, I'll say. So there's your, I'll say that the Starlights logo, I think that's like the correct way. I think those previous twos was how like they want to like place the Starlights logo, but this one is what you would see commonly. So that's the Starlights Avianca AC-3200 right there. And that aircraft is registered November 342 Alpha Victor, which I managed to get a hit correct right there. So that's that. Next up, we're gonna be moving on to our AT-50. So I'm just really excited to what the AT-50 has to offer. So they got a selection of November registers. So I kind of knew off the bat they're gonna be Deltas in there. So super excited to get into that. So let's get started with our first Airbus A350. So if my predictions are correct, let's see. Actually, we start off with the Panda Route Airbus A350-900. It's in the Ultimate Collection package, and this is another cute looking like livery design for Sichuan Airlines. So kind of like the same deal as what you see on many of Sichuan's Panda Route liveries. You got all the various pandas right there. You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pandas on the port side, and I think it's like the same thing on the starboard side. But this is still a cute livery, and really cool they added this as an Ultimate Collection package. So that aircraft is registered Bravo 32 Golf 2. So yeah, should be a nice model for all the Chinese collectors and some other collectors who like to collect Sichuan Airlines if ever they fly to their airports. Alright, so now moving on. Next up, we should have another Sichuan Airbus A350. It's the same thing. This one has no like Ultimate Collection package. So you get the choice between the Ultimate Collection or the regular packaging. But yeah, it's the same song, second verse, other way. So yeah, nothing really to go over, but the price is different. So as you can see, $62 for the Ultimate Collection and $59.99 for the regular packaging. Alright, so now we move on. We should get a couple of good AT-50s right here, so let's see what we have. There it is! Oh my god! Just what I predicted. We have the Delta Airlines Airbus A350-900 in the Team USA livery. Wow, that is absolutely awesome right there. That is just so cool. So I do have the Delta A330neo from Gemini Jets, which is an exclusive. Gemini Jets also made this A350 as an exclusive too on the Delta Team USA website. Edgy also did the A330neo as well. So now they're doing the one with the Airbus A350-900. And it's quite fitting because the Paris Olympics, as it is recording, is in it's within a couple of days before the start or the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics, the Summer Olympics for 2024. So it's fitting for edgy models to release the Delta Team USA A350 in this release set. And highly likely, yes, I'm still gonna get this. I don't have a Airbus A350 for Delta Airlines in my collection. This should be a perfect example for mine Delta Airlines wide-body fleet, and I did get to see many of their A350s at Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson International while I was there during Airliners International for a layover. So, while I have not seen this livery yet, I would love to see this livery because this livery, it's just as good as like the A330neo, but yeah, there it is right there. So that aircraft is registered November 521 Delta November. So super excited to get that model, and it should be arriving in my collection anytime soon. Alright, so now we move on. I think they also have another A350 as well, so let's see what that is. And okay, so they actually have an ultimate collection for the A350. Really interesting, I'll say. Not sure how that's gonna deal because like the one for the A330neo, the ultimate collection packaging didn't go through for that one. So I'm assuming, well, let's see how this one goes. Let's see how this one goes. But either way, there's the Delta A350 Team USA. Alright, so now we move on downwards. Next up. Alright, so let's see what we have next. Next up, and oh my god! Wow! Oh man! Wow! Okay! Oh my god! Wow! Yes! 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 Wow! Oh my goodness! So now we have a Southwest Airlines. This is gonna be awesome. Wow! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so right here we have a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the California 1 livery. Man, I'm super excited. I thought Gemini Jets was actually gonna do this first since Gemini Jets did Nevada 1 first on the 800 before NG did. But I guess NG decided to do California 1, like California 1 first before Gemini Jets did. Oh my god, and the funny thing about this is, I just got a Southwest 737-700 California 1 from JJ Skippy from Airliners International, and then NG decided to release California 1 on the on the 800. Wow, that I don't even know where to begin. That is absolutely amazing. Yes, I'll be getting it since I live in California, the Golden State, and overall, this is going to be an awesome model for my collection, and it will go well with my 700, even though I'm going to be using the 800 more often. So, of course, this aircraft is registered November 8653 Alpha, and yes, I was able to see California 1 on the 800 a couple times. One of my good spotting photos was, I think, a couple, maybe around April or May, so it was on, afternoon, somewhere around noon time is when I got California 1 on the 800. So, here's that picture right now. Overall, it's a really good photo, I'll say. Really glad to see Cali 1 on the 800, and I managed to get an awesome shot of her. I also seen this special livery at my work a couple of times. But other than that, I'm really happy that NG Models did California 1. It's gonna be awesome. That's all I can say. Cali 1 is gonna be an awesome state livery for my collection, even though I already have the 737-700 in my collection. But the 800 really adds a great touch to that. So, super excited for California 1 on the 737-800. So that is your Cali 1 right there. I think they also did a couple of 86, so I'm not sure if they're gonna also do one of the Southwest planes with the 86 registration, so let's see. Actually, no. So, we actually have something different this time. So, we have a China Eastern 737-800 in the United Peacock orange livery, and this is had the former, what is that? It has the former logo on the tail. So as you can see, if I can try to pull up. So here's the aircraft right there. So I'll say it's a very distinctive livery. I like on how this livery is actually designed. And overall, I think it looks very nice, I'll say. So that is the aircraft. This is the Peacock livery right there. And yeah, they really did a fantastic job on this special livery right there. So that aircraft is registered Bravo 5796, and I gotta check my battery because it did say that I had a dead battery, a low battery indicator, so I had to check on that. Alright, so that is the China Eastern 738 Peacock livery. Next up we have is a Qantas 737-800, and this is the one. This is the first Qantas 737-800 to be retrofitted with split scimitars. So here it is right there. So really excited. Well, not really as excited, but it should be a nice model for the Australian collectors because, I think it's been months since, Qantas debuted their first 738 with split scimitars. But under that, it does add a nice touch to it. So overall, that is really cool right there. So here's the Qantas 738 with split scimitars, a nice model for the Aussie collectors. So that aircraft is registered Victor Hotel Victor Zulu uniform. Alright, moving on downwards. Next up, we should have is, and we have a second one. This is the second Qantas 737-800 to be fitted with split scimitars. And okay, this is like the same deal, but I like it how they added these. This is the second 738 to be fitted with split scimitars. So here it is right there. I thought it was gonna be having like the current livery, like the current style of the Qantas livery, but we have its older style. But I can't complain. I think it should be a nice model for the Aussie collectors right there. So that aircraft is now registered Victor Hotel, Victor Zulu uniform. Well, this is the sister ship. This is Victor Hotel, Victor Zulu, Victor. So that is your Qantas 738 right there. Next up, we should have, and here we go. We have a here's some variety right here. We have a United Airlines 737-900ER in the Continental livery, Continental Globe livery with the 100 sticker. Now I'm not sure what this is. I'm not really quite sure what this 100 sticker means, or like what's the deal right here. But this still counts as like a Continental Globe, because like basically you can remove that with nail polish, and then you can have like a regular Continental Globe livery 739. So really cool right there. I would love to get it, but not really at my priority as of now. I'm not sure this plate is painted in the Evil Blue livery though. So that aircraft is registered November 6, 90818. And now we got a couple of more United plates, so hang on tight, guys. So here we go with our next one. Next up we have, okay, so we have a March of the Dimes. Like this one has the March of Dimes livery. So this is kind of like a very cool looking livery, I'll say. So it's still the Continental Globe livery, but you have like this portion right here. This is where, still gotta check my battery indicator, but we do have the March of Dimes logo right there. And then yeah, you have the various colors of purple and pink at the bottom. And then you still got the United gold line right there. So really cool livery. This livery no longer exists anymore. I think it was repainted somewhere around, like, I don't even know, but this livery has since then been repainted. So that aircraft is registered November 66848. Now I feel sleepy. But yeah, kind of still having that congested, but yeah, I was disappointed, but hopefully I can feel better. Alright, so I also want to get a sip of water too. Alright, so that is the two 739s. I think we have a third one, so let's see what our third one is. Alright, so I think what our third one is, and we still have a Continental Globe livery. This one has a special sticker. I'm not sure. Okay, this is different, but oh shoot, is my, sorry about that, guys. I think my Wi-Fi is kind of a little bit down. Okay, just give me a moment, guys. Okay, so I think that should work. So let's see what this special sticker is. Ooh, it's actually a, oh, is this like an Olympics, like Special Olympics 50 something? It says special sticker, but I can't really make out what kind of sticker this is. But I think this is like a Special Olympics 50 sticker for United Airlines. It's a really cool livery while it's still in the Continental Globe. Honestly, I would like to get all three of these, but I have never seen these in their special liveries before, so not on my priority. So this aircraft is registered November 66837. So those are your three Continental United Airlines United specials. Still want to look at my battery. Okay, we're gonna be moving on. Alright, so now we move on downwards. Next up, we have an Air China 747-8, and this is the VIP configuration. So there's one Air China 747-8 that is used for VIP transport. So let's say like this is transporting the president of China, so they'll use this aircraft right here. And really cool, they added this as a luxury package design, so that's really cool right there. So that is the Air China 747-8, the VIP transport aircraft. That aircraft is registered Bravo 2479er. And yeah, really cool. I think we should also get one in like a regular livery or a regular configuration, but let's see. And this one actually has the Wi-Fi though. I think this is like the different one. I think this is regular. Yes, this might be the regular Air China 747-8. Real cool that NG Models was able to release this too. And overall, I actually want to get this Air China 747-8 because I just so happened to see one at San Francisco International Airport back in 2019, more in particular October of 2019. So really cool right here. It should be a nice addition to my monoplane collection. And overall, Air China hopefully I can try to get that. And this might be my first time I'll be getting like a Chinese model from NG. I've been thinking about that, but because NG likes to release like various like mainline, domestic, air like Chinese planes, it's not really much on my priority. But since they released this is on my priority. So I'm super excited to hopefully get this Air China 747-8 in the future. So that aircraft is registered Bravo 2482. And as I check, okay, I'm just checking on this. Do apologize if I keep checking on my battery. My phone, like, not my phone, my MacBook is almost about to die, which is unfortunate, but hey, tough times with timelines. Gonna have to charge this later if I go through a couple of segments. So let's move on downwards. Next up, we should have, okay, so we have, alright, so we have like a VIP configuration, Air China 748, so this is kind of like the same deal, but this no longer has the Ultimate Collection package, so kind of like the same deal. And then, same goes for like the Wi-Fi dome, so more particular, I'll just stick with the Wi-Fi dome. I would like to get that Ultimate Collection packaging, but I'll just pass. I'll just get this one instead. Alright, so now we move on. Next up, we should have, and we have an Atlas Air 747-8 freighter. This is November, okay, this is in memory of Roger Feeder sticker. So I think it says like a sticker right there, but this is like most likely in the like full Atlas Air livery. So I think it has a sticker right there in commemoration of Roger Feeder. Not sure about this particular guy, but yeah, they put this decal on in his memory right there. So that aircraft is registered November 856 Golf Tango. And then we got a couple of Atlas airplanes. So let's move on downwards. Next up, we have a Qantas. It has a Qantas freighter sticker. So this is the Atlas Air 747-8. So here's the sticker right there. So still in like the typical like Atlas Air livery, but it just had the Qantas Air sticker. That aircraft is registered November 850 Golf Tango. And then our third one, let's see what our third one is. And second to last 747-8 build. That is so cool. So this has the Q&A Nagal titles, if I'm trying to pronounce that correctly, but this is the second to last 747-8, not just 747, yes, second to last 747-8 freighter, but also the second to last Boeing 747 ever built. So really cool that NG Models is also doing this one. Gemini Jets already did this one as well. So may consider trying to get this one in favor of like 863 Golf Tango, which was the last 747 ever built. So really cool right there. And this model should look very nice for my collection. So that aircraft is registered November 862 Golf Tango. Alright, okay, so I think I'll pause this from there. Let's see how many. Alright, did I go through everything? Okay, let me just move on. Okay. Alright, so we kind of like doing a couple of more. So we have a 747-8. We got a couple of more Atlas Air planes once again. So we have a 747-8 freighter. This is with the 30-year anniversary sticker. So I think this is a full-flavored Atlas Air. Yeah, this is a full-flavored Atlas Air livery. So I also want to include like a full-flavored Atlas Air livery for my collection. So I think this should be a great example for that. And overall, I think having like a regular livery Atlas airplane should be a very nice. Well, I do have the 767, but more particular, an regular livery Atlas Air 747. So this should be a nice addition to that and my freighter operations. So that aircraft is registered November 861 Golf Tango, which is the third to last 747 ever built. So really cool they added that too. And I guess we do have a regular 747-8 from Atlas Air. Well, yeah, this is kind of like the typical deal. So kind of like the same deal. We got a couple of 747-8s. This one is registered November 860 Golf Tango, fourth to last 747 ever built. Alright, so I'm gonna have to stop this from there. I'm gonna continue on later because I gotta like look for a place to charge my MacBook. So with that being said, I'll leave this off and we'll be right back, guys. Alright, and I'm back here for the second video clip of this release reaction. So I do want to recap on the Atlas Airs because I think I was going a little bit on a rush, but I do want to like go over like the Atlas Air again, so just to like refresh myself. So we first had the Atlas Air 747-8 freighter in memory of Roger Feeder tiles. So it's November 856 Golf Tango, and I think he's like I did research this, but I think he is the market and like sales and market director of Atlas Air. So it's really nice that Atlas Air was able to put this sticker on this aircraft in memory and dedication to him. Next up, we have the Qantas Freight sticker, 747-8 Freighter, November 850 Golf Tango, which kind of self-explanatory. It has the Qantas Freight tiles right there at the front of the, kind of like front of the plane, below the cockpit windows. Next up, we have the second to last 747-8 Freighter, or just 747 in general, which has the QN and QN plus Nagal tiles. Once again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly, just despite the name of it. But here it is right there. So once again, second to last 747. Next up, we have the Atlas Air 747-8 November 861 Golf Tango with a 30-year anniversary sticker. This is the third to last 747 ever built. So here it is right there. Kind of close to the regular Atlas Air livery, but it has a 30-year sticker right there. And then you got just a regular Atlas Air 747-8 November 860 Golf Tango, which is the fourth to last 747-8, or just 747 in general. So really cool assortment of Atlas Air aircraft. I think I'll highly likely go for this regular one and the second to last 747 because yes. So those are the 747-8s. We'll be moving on to some 777s now, so let's get into the 777s. We also missing a couple of Cathay, I think I mentioned Cathay, but I think we're also missing a couple of A350s. So let's see what's next on the list. Next up we should have is the Air China 777-200. So this has the Blue Phoenix liner. Is this like a livery or something? What is that? Ooh, this is a cool looking livery, I'll say. So this is in the Blue Phoenix liner livery. So as you can see, it's basically like resembling a phoenix almost, but this is like a very cool livery. I love the design of the blues, and then you got the golds right there. It's like a really distinctive look. It almost looks resemblance as a phoenix almost, so that's really cool. So it should be a nice models for the Chinese collection, the collectors. I'm not sure if this plane travels domestically across China or some parts are domestically across Asia, but this is a cool looking livery right there. So that aircraft is registered Bravo 2059er, and then we should have our second one, which I think it's another Air China plane, and that is the one with the red Phoenix liner livery. So as I pull this up, this is what it looks like, which it's kind of the same thing as the blue one, but I think the red one almost looks as nice as the blue, because it has the red almost really truly resembling a phoenix almost. So that is so cool that Air China was able to do this livery for both red and blue on this 777-200. So that aircraft is the sister ship of Bravo 2059er, but this aircraft is registered Bravo 2060. So that's it. I think we're missing a couple of A350s. So let's see if we have those in this release set. And then we do have a blank model, and this is a 747-100. I think this is the first. Yes, this could be their first 747-100 they ever did. So it's a blank model with the JT9D engine. So as I pull this up, this is the 747-100. So NG Models is kicking in with the classics. They began releasing their 747-100 mold. Excuse me. But they actually do have a NG Light 747-8, which is the first 747. So really interesting that they're gonna be doing this. But that previous one, the NG Light, it does not have all the features antennas and all that stuff. But yeah, this one will. But here's the 747-100 right there. You can make your custom liveries out of this, but it's really cool. Next up, we should move on downwards, and then here we go. Now we're going into some 767s. So we first have the 767-200 with the CF6 engines right there without winglets. So really nice to see NG kicking in on that. And I think we should have a couple of 767s. Next up, we have a 767-300ER with the CF6 engines. This one has the winglets, of course. So here are the CF6. Very cool. And I think we should have one with the Pratts. And we do have one with the Pratts. So here it is. As I pull it up, there it is. So here is the 767-300 with the Pratts. Now, I did actually what is that? I actually ended up redeeming one of my points with this one. So not sure where that is. I ended up using Panafox Toys, so I'm not sure what happened to that, but I'll also get this generic 767 so I can add my own custom liveries to it. So really cool stuff right there. Alright, so that's all the blank models. Is that it, or we got more? And then we got more. Oh man, we're getting a lot of blank models. Now we have the MD-82. It fits for the MD-82. Is this the late version or MD-83? Well, technically it's MD-82, MD-83, and MD-88. So as you can see, it it has a screwdriver tail. Wow, that is that should also be a hot seller too, because like everybody loves the MD80, especially for like many of the North American guys. So really cool that NG Models is able to release a blank model of the MD80. And I think we should also have, next up we have the MD81, which fits for the MD81, MD82, and MD82, which is the earlier version. So it has like the pointed empennage. So here it is right there. So that's like the difference between the screwdriver empennage and the pointed empennage. So really cool that NG was able to, or is able to release these. Alright, next up we should have, and here we go. Okay, so we do have like the Ultimate Collections right there, so nothing really too special. So it's the same plane, same registration, same song sticker first, but now they have it in the Ultimate Collection packaging, as well as for this Blue Phoenix. So nothing really too much to go over from there. And next up, I think we should have a couple more next up. And here's one of our future releases that haven't released. This is the Dajing, or like the China United Airlines 737-800 in the Dajing livery, which is in the Ultimate Collection packaging, which it still has the CGI image without the Ultimate Collection packaging tiles right there, but I don't know what's going on or what's the deal right here, but yeah, there it is. That. And yeah, it's a very distinctive looking livery, I'll say. You got like various like buildings of China, and then you got like flowers and all that, and then Chinese lettering. It's a really cool livery, and yeah, China United has some very nice looking liveries, I'll say, in their fleet. So that aircraft is registered Bravo 208 Zulu, and yeah, that's one of the future releases they knocked out. Next up, we should have, actually that's it. Okay, so that's it. So we're actually missing a couple of AT-50s. They're also, like, I think from the hints, they also said they were like Bravo registrations. I'm not sure where that is, nor if I've seen this, but we're missing a couple like Bravo something. Like, I'm assuming they're Cathay AC-50s. I don't know where that is in this release set, or as I look at the bottom, you can see all like the various releases. But I don't know what happened or what's the deal or why they have not released it. But yeah, I looked through everything. I don't see any like Cathay A250 or like Bravo something restrictions. I'm gonna have to take a look on what happened to those models, or like where these models in the first place. But yeah. But okay, so and they're actually there. So it's on their Instagram page actually. So these, I just found it out. So it's on their Instagram page. But if I could try to look at the database, let's see if they're in the database. Or I could just like Cathay Pacific. Because yes, they are actually Cathay Pacifics. And yeah, so I'll go over to them. So I'll actually put the pictures on your screen right now. So first up we have, if I can try to look, so actually we have a couple. So we have a Cathay Pacific Airbus A350-900. Yeah, it's A351. I'm not sure, but here I'll go over the other releases, because like I did see them on Instagram. But here I'll just like, let me just go over so I can make sure. We also have a Airbus AC-19. So here, I'll go over the pictures that I did not miss out. So we'll start off with this Deerjet Airbus AC-19 CJ. I'm guessing this is kind of like a corporate jet, I guess, but it's kind of like a Airbus, like another Chinese model, kind of like this with like a Hainan Airlines livery almost. But yeah, that's that. This aircraft is registered. If I could try to look, here we go. So the aircraft is registered Papa 4 India Foxtrot Delta, so that is the AC-19. That's not in this August, it's not somewhere in this release set, so I don't know what happened there. Next up, if I can try to look, I went over the Team USA. Next up, we had the Cathay Pacific Airbus A350-900. This is in the Ultimate Collection packages. Like the packaging, that aircraft is registered Bravo Lima Romeo Alpha. So I'm really happy that Cathay or NG Models has finally released a Cathay Pacific. I think it's been a while, because like I think the last time they released it was back in 2021 with that Airbus A321neo. So, or maybe it's one of those L1011s, but I think highly likely it's just a regular Cathay Pacific livery. That last one they did was an Airbus A321neo. So I'm really happy that they were able to like make a regular livery Cathay Pacific once again. They also have it on the non-Ultimate Collection package, which is Bravo Lima Romeo Foxtrot. Bravo Lima Romeo Foxtrot. Is that a familiar livery or something? Or like, what is that? Hang on, I gotta look through all my images, because I swore that registration seems familiar. Okay, it's something different. So that is Lima Romeo Foxtrot right there, another AT-5900. They're also going to be releasing an Airbus AT-50-1000, and it's been a while. The last release, like the last NG release of an AT-50-1000 was a Japan Airlines Airbus AT-50-1000, so it was a long hiatus, I'll say. So yeah, a long hiatus, nearly close to a year, but I'm glad that NG still has the AT-50-1000 mold in their hands. They also labeled this as an Ultimate Collection package, and this aircraft is registered Bravo Lima X-Ray Alpha. So this Cathay AT-50-1000 is in the Ultimate Collection package, and they also released one in their regular packaging as well, Bravo Lima X-Ray Bravo. So kind of like the same deal for all those Cathay A250 planes. But I'm really happy that NG Models has finally knocked out a Cathay A250-1000 and 900. Highly likely I'll get the 900 first, but I'll also have to decide for the A250-1000 since I've seen a couple of them throughout my spotting trips. But other than that, I'm looking forward to having those Cathay planes in the future. Next, we have a Shaman Air. Well, was this mentioned? Because they also have a Shaman Air. So we have a Shaman Airway, or excuse me. Oh my god, that's a really confusing airline to pronounce. But yes, I think there were a couple of 737s. I'm not sure what this is doing here, but we have a Shaman 737 MAX 8. It's the first 737 MAX 8 from Shaman. I'm not sure if that's actually in the release since. It's not actually, so not sure. I guess they added it, or this was like a delayed model, I guess, but there's that. Next up, okay, went California 1, the dodging, okay, make sure I went everything. I think there's also this Hainan 737-800. This is in the Genshin. I think this is another Genshin Impact livery almost, but as you can see, this Hainan 737-800 is labeled in the Ultimate Collection packaging. So it's just a regular Hainan livery, but I think you got like some kind of like sticker that's there, kind of like resembling something about Genshin Impact almost. But yeah, it says Genshin, and it's in an Ultimate Collection packaging right there. Alright, so I went over to United, so I went for the Air China's already, just to make sure that I'm done with everything. And I spent like, there we go. And yeah, that's it for the releases. So overall, this is a great release set, another massive release set, I'll say. I'm liking the varieties on the models, although we didn't see all the models in this new offers right here. It just shows like limited, but then you can also check on their Instagram page because they also got all the the models right there. So the models I'll be getting for this month. So we're gonna get started with, of course, the Delta Team USA livery, because that is just a awesome livery to get as a model plane collector. I never had a Delta AT-50 in my collection before, so I'm super excited to have this. Next up, I'll be getting, of course, California 1, because like I've been wanting to have a California 1 737-800 in my collection for a long time, and I'm really glad NG Models is the first one to knock that out of the park. These Uniteds, not really in my priority, but yeah. And then as for like the miscellaneous models, like models that I don't want to get right now, one of them is the Air China 747-8 with the Wi-Fi dome. So it's just a regular commercial offer, like commercial passenger plane, Air China 747-8. So that's one of them. Next up, I'll get the QN Nagal 747-8, second to last 747 ever built right there. I also get this regular livery Atlas Air 747-8 freighter. And then, as I previously mentioned on those, like all those other ones, I'll be getting the Cathay AT-50-900 and the AT-50-1000 as added miscellaneous items. So overall, a fantastic release set, another massive release set from NG Models, and overall, I love the varieties of like all like the international stuff. So you got, we're missing Africa, that's it. But we pretty much got all like every single continent except Africa. But other than that, I'll still take this release set. Another perfect release set from NG Models, while NG still needs to like limit down on their release, like how many models they're gonna release, because they keep releasing massive releases, which I think that's kind of like their deal right here. And they also released a couple of Chinese models, which I can't complain. They're based out of China, so that's what they are right there. So overall, looking forward to getting these models in my collection, and I'm super excited to like review this and unbox these models for you guys. Well, not everything, I'm just only the models that I'm gonna get. So super excited to add them to my collection, and overall, keep up the great work and edgy models on these releases. So, that's it for today's video, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. So, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.